Today, I'm taking off the filter. I'm going to show you the top 5 repairs that kill Ford F-Series trucks. We aren't talking about brakes or spark plugs. We are talking about the catastrophic, the $10,000 plus, and the total loss failures. Whether you own a 10th generation Triton, a 13th gen EcoBoost, or a heavy-duty Power Stroke, you need to know where these landmines are buried. Let's get to work. The truck killers. Top 5 catastrophic Ford repairs. Number 5. The 6.7-liter Power Stroke disaster, CP4 pump failure. We're starting big. If you drive a Super Duty F250 or F350 with the 6.7-liter Power Stroke diesel 2011 to current, you have a ticking time bomb sitting right on top of your engine. It's called the Bosch CP4 high-pressure fuel pump. Why it's a killer? The CP4 was designed for European diesel, which has higher lubricity. Our American diesel is dry. Over time, the internal rollers in this pump can turn sideways. When they do, they start grinding against the camshaft of the pump, creating thousands of microscopic metal shards. This is why we call it the disaster. Those metal shards don't stay in the pump. They are sent through the entire fuel system. They clog the fuel rails, they ruin all 8 injectors, they contaminate the return lines, and they end up in the fuel tank. The bill? When a CP4 grenades, you don't just replace the pump, you have to replace the entire fuel system. We're talking new CP4 pump, $1,200, 8 fuel injectors, $3,000 plus, fuel rails and lines, $1,000, labor often 15 to 20 hours, $3,000 plus, dropping and cleaning or replacing the tank, $1,000. Total bill, usually between $10,000 and $14,000. If your truck is 10 years old with 200,000 miles, that repair bill is often more than the trade-in value of the truck. That is a truck killer. The mechanic's advice. If you own one of these, install a disaster prevention kit or bypass kit for $400 today. It reroutes the fuel, so if the pump fails, it doesn't kill the injectors. It turns a $12,000 nightmare into a $2,000 pump swap. Number 4. The internal water pump, 3.5-liter TI VCT V6. Now let's talk about the F-150s with the 3.5-liter naturally aspirated V6, non-turbo, found in many fleet and base model trucks. This engine has a design quirk that is honestly one of the most frustrating things I've ever seen in engineering. Why it's a killer? Most water pumps are on the outside of the engine, driven by the serpentine belt. If they leak, you see a puddle on the floor. On the Ford 3.5-liter TI VCT, the water pump is behind the timing cover, driven by the timing chain. When this pump fails, and they all do eventually, the weep hole is supposed to drain the coolant outside, but often the seal fails completely and it dumps all the engine coolant directly into the oil pan. Coolant and oil make a forbidden milkshake that has 0 lubricating properties, and if you don't catch it within minutes of it happening, the bearings in your engine are toast. You won't just be replacing a water pump, you'll be replacing the entire long block. The bill? Even if you catch it before the engine dies, the labor is insane. We have to tear down the entire front of the engine, remove the timing chains, and essentially perform a timing job just to reach a $150 water pump. Labor, 10 to 12 hours. Parts, pump, gaskets, chains, $800. Total, $2,800 to $3,500. For a 2012 XLT with high miles, many owners decide that $3,500 for a water pump is the signal to stop investing in the truck. Number 3. The 10R80 transmission teardown. Since 2017, the 10-speed automatic transmission, 10R80, has been the standard for the F-150. It's smooth when it works, but it's becoming the #1 reason late-model Fords are getting traded in early. Why it's a killer? The 10R80 is an incredibly complex piece of machinery. The most common catastrophic failure we see is the CDF clutch drum. There's a brass bushing inside that drum that was pressed in at the factory.
Over time, that bushing slips. When it moves, it blocks the oil passages that allow the transmission to shift correctly. Symptoms start with a harsh 3 to 4 shift or a clunk when going into drive. If ignored, the internal clutches burn up because they aren't getting the right oil pressure. The bill. This isn't a repair you can do in your driveway. Most independent shops won't even touch a 10R80 rebuild yet. They just swap the whole unit. Remanufactured 10R80 transmission, $4,500 to $5,500. Labor and programming, $1,500 to $2,000. Total, $6,000 to $7,500. On a truck that might be out of warranty but still has a high loan balance, a $7,000 transmission bill is a financial total loss for a lot of families. It kills the truck's viability as a daily driver. Number 2. The EcoBoost rattle. Timing and phasers. This is the one I see the most. The 3.5-liter EcoBoost, especially 2011 to 2020, is famous for the cold start rattle. If you hear a loud clack, clack, clack for 2 seconds when you start your truck in the morning, your clock is kicking. Why it's a killer? The rattle is caused by the phasers, the gears that control valve timing, not locking into place because of worn internal pins. While the noise is annoying, the real danger is the timing chain stretch. Because the phasers are jumping around, they put immense stress on the timing chain. Eventually, the chain stretches so far that the computer can no longer compensate for the timing. At that point, the truck goes into limp mode. If you keep driving it, the chain can jump a tooth, causing the valves to hit the pistons. That's an instant $10,000 engine replacement. The bill. To do this job right, you have to replace the phasers, the primary chain, the secondary chains, the guides, and the tensioners. Updated phasers and kits, $1,200. Specialized labor, 12 to 15 hours, $2,500 to $3,500. Total, $3,700 to $5,000. The reason this kills trucks is that it often happens around the 120,000 mile mark, exactly when the truck is worth about $15,000. Owners look at a $5,000 bill and realize they could use that as a down payment on a new truck instead. Number 1. The chassis rot, frame and cop corners. You might be surprised that the number 1 truck killer isn't an engine or a transmission. You can always bolt in a new engine, but you can't easily bolt in a new sole. On the Ford F-Series, the number 1 killer is corrosion. Why it's a killer? On the pre-2015 steel-bodied trucks, the cab corners and rocker panels are notorious for rotting out because water leaks in through the third brake light. But the real death sentence is the frame rot. Ford used a fully boxed frame on the 11th and 12th gen trucks, 2004 to 2014. While boxed frames are strong, they trap salt, mud, and moisture inside. They rot from the inside out. By the time you see a small flake of rust on the outside, the metal inside might be paper thin. I've had to tell hundreds of customers, I can't put this truck on my lift because the frame might snap in half. Once the frame is structurally compromised near the leaf spring mounts or the transmission crossmember, the truck is legally and safely a parts vehicle. The bill. You can buy frame patch kits like Rust Buster kits for $400 to $1,000, but the labor to cut out the old rot and weld in new steel is massive. Frame repair labor, $2,000 to $5,000. Full frame swap, $10,000 plus, rarely worth it. Total, often priceless because most shops won't take the liability. When the rust takes the frame, the truck is dead, period. The honorable mention. The $5,000 taillight. Before we wrap up, I have to mention a modern killer. It's the LED blind spot taillight. On a 2021 Plus F-150 King Ranch or Platinum, the taillight has a radar sensor built into it for your blind spot monitoring. If you back into a pole and crack that plastic housing, water gets in and shorts out the radar module. Because that module is on the CAN bus, the truck's communication network, a short in the taillight can actually prevent the truck from starting or cause the dashboard to light up like a Christmas tree. The cost for one replacement taillight and the labor to program the new module, $2,500 to $3,000. I've seen people sell their trucks because they couldn't afford to fix a broken taillight to pass inspection. That's the reality of the modern F-Series.
So, how do you keep your F-Series from becoming a statistic? It's simpler than you think, but it requires discipline. Fluid is cheap, steel is expensive. Change your oil every 5,000 miles. I don't care what the dashboard says. Clean oil keeps cam phasers and turbos alive. The undercoating rule. If you live in the north, you must use an oil-based undercoating like fluid film or wool wax every single year. Do not use rubberized undercoating. That actually traps moisture and makes the frame rot faster. Transmission maintenance. Change your 10-speed fluid every 50,000 miles. Don't wait for the 100,000 miles sealed for life interval. By then, the damage is already done. Listen to the truck. A cold start rattle or a shudder in the transmission are warnings. If you catch these problems early, they are $1,000 repairs. If you wait until the truck dies, they are $8,000 killers. At the end of the day, the Ford F-Series is a tool, and like any tool, it has a shelf life. The key to being a smart truck owner is knowing when to fix it and when to let it go. If you're facing one of these 5 repairs, take a long look at the rest of the truck. If the frame is solid and the body's clean, it might be worth the investment. But if you're looking at a $12,000 fuel system on a truck with rusted cab corners, it's time to say goodbye. What's the killer repair that finally took out your truck? Or are you currently driving a zombie Ford that survived one of these? Let me know in the comments. I want to see how many miles you guys are getting out of these things. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into what's actually happening under the hood. I'm the mechanic, and I'll see you in the next one.